Yay! Welcome everyone. It's so awesome to have your smiling faces here. So let's start off in seated, nice and simple. If you have a blanket or anything that you want to use to pad your seat, do that. Otherwise, just get yourself comfy. Take a moment and let your spine just move a little bit. Okay, so there's not going to be any right or wrong way. Like for me, my neck is tight, so I'm dropping one ear to shoulder and relaxing that. You might also just round the spine like a little cat and cow and spine. Or I really like, in fact, let's all do this. Let's all make some circles through the body. So circle the spine around slowly in one direction. Notice your breath. And then circle the spine around the opposite way. Slowly notice your breath. And with that, slowly come back to center. And we'll begin our meditation. Let your eyes soften or close entirely. Adjust your hands so they're comfortable. Thumb and index finger together is a good option. Or palms together in the lap. Or you can rest your palms, your hands on your knees. See what feels right for you. And draw your energy and your awareness inside and start to release the world outside. Start to release everything that is going on, not only in your immediate home, but outside of it. The news, whether it's good or bad, let it go, just for now. And instead, focus on your breath. Focus on that part of us that is always there. And begin to welcome the breath deeper into your body. And as you welcome the breath deeper, today's theme is self-study. I'll post it in the chat later, Svadhyaya. It's one of the 5 niyamas. These are internal, so to speak, observances that yoga asks us to cultivate. So it's just getting to know yourself. We're going to explore that with an alternate nostril breath. So I'm not going to mirror image. If you've done this before, follow along. If you're pregnant, you don't want to pause in between sides. Just go from one side to the other. Otherwise, I'm going to talk you through a pause. Right thumb to right nostril. Inhale through the left for as long as you wish. Pause and hold, but if you're pregnant, you're going to release and exhale through the right and then continue. So pause and hold. And then exhale through the right, plug the left nostril. Inhale through the right. Pause and hold. Skip the pause if you're pregnant. Go straight to the exhale. Exhale through the left. As you exhale through the left, keep the right nostril plugged. So continue like this. Basically, you're inhaling through one side like an arc, pausing, exhaling through the opposite side, and then switching, exhaling through the side you just inhaled from, pause, and exhale out through the first. And what this does is this type of breath brings balance to the nervous system. And I can send you guys an article. There's actually some scientific studies that confirm that there is a change in the nervous system after just 2 minutes of doing this breath, which is powerful, right? Because you can do this breath pretty much anywhere. I mean, not if you're driving, obviously, but anyway, if you just joined, we're doing alternate nostril breath, inhaling through the right, pausing, exhaling through the left, and then inhaling through the left, pausing, and exhaling through the right. Let's do one more cycle. Whatever side you're on, you're going to inhale. Plug both nostrils and hold. Exhale through the opposite side. Inhale through the side you just exhaled from. Plug both nostrils and hold. Exhale out through the first side. And as you finish off this last exhale, walk your fingers forward, come into a forward fold and seated. Ground down through your seat. Take your fingers for a walk. Tent them if you can so their palms of the hands are lifted. Inhale, Ardha. Take your gaze forward. Exhale and fold. Walk the fingers forward even more. And then as your palms go flat, keep a little energy in the belly, but keep the head relaxed. So push the palms down, lift the belly muscles slightly, drop your tailbone and your sacrum down to the ground, and breathe into the sides of the body. Breathe into the low back. Take one more breath. Walk your hands to your left as far as they go without letting your right hip lift up. Forward fold over your left thigh. If you're pregnant and you're in later trimester, you're going to stay high up here, all right? Take a deep breath. Exhale completely. And then stay low. Walk your hands over towards your right. Keep your left sit bone, left hip grounded. Take a deep breath. Exhale completely. One more breath. And exhale. And then walk your hands back into center. Slowly walk them back up towards the body. Let's do that ear neck stretch. Drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Reach your left arm out to your side and stretch through the left fingertips. Take a deep breath. Lower the left arm down, same side. We're not switching. Now you're going to add the right arm. Wrap the right arm around the top of the head. The right ear, your right ear is still to your right shoulder. Reach your left arm to your side. And instead of tugging on your head, push down slightly. So slight push down. And as you exhale, reach through the left fingertips. That'll create lots of space in that trap of the neck, lower neck muscles here and the upper shoulder area. Take a deep breath again. As you exhale, reach through those left fingertips. And then lower your left arm down, relax your right arm down, and roll your head into the center of your chest. Chin to chest, take a deep breath. Exhale completely, slowly lift your head back up. Move it forward and back a few times, like you're saying, yes, I love this stretch. And then second side, left ear to left shoulder. Practice letting the head get heavy. Just stretch your right arm out to the side. Take a breath here. Open the collarbones, open the chest. Exhale, lower your right arm. Keep your left ear to your left shoulder. Pick your left arm up, wrap it around the top of the head. Again, don't tug, just press down gently. Inhale. And then slowly reach your right arm out to your side. As you inhale, you're going to maybe make the top hand heavier if you want more sensation. As you exhale, reach through those left fingertips like you're trying to slide them away from your body, like across a table or a counter, grow longer. Inhale deeply. As you exhale, reach. One more breath, and then slowly release both arms. Roll your chin into neutral. Pause this time. Don't lift your head up with your neck or shoulder, neck or abdominals, excuse me. Use the heel of your hand, bring it to your forehead, and take at least 2 breaths with me, slow. As if you can barely move your head on your own. Slowly push it up just a little bit. Take an inhale and exhale completely. Slowly press the head back up a little bit more as if you could barely lift it on your own. This helps you relax those neck muscles you just stretched, and on your next inhale, slowly lift it back to upright. From upright, open the jaw, unhinge the jaw. This helps if you carry tension, right? A lot of us are tense now. So TMJ, unhinge the jaw. Again, unhinge the jaw. All right, roll your shoulders up and back. Take a look, whichever leg is on top, you're gonna open and then switch. So make sure your number's on top, open. You can kind of drop the knees from side to side if you wanna get a little movement in the hips, and then switch opposite leg over. A few more stretches and seated. Interlace the fingers and reach the arms straight up through the center. Reach from the belly. Okay, so I'm not just disengaging and lifting my arms out of the shoulder sockets. I'm reaching from the belly and I'm reaching from the back. And then stay as you are, but drop your chin down for just a moment. Don't jam it, just drop it down. Bring your arms forward slightly and create space in between the shoulder blades. So you're gonna round slightly, take your belly to your spine, and then lift everything back up. Keep that space between the shoulders. Notice I'm not leaning back. My spine is fairly straight, okay? 2 more breaths. Inhale deeply. Reach, and reach through the index finger more than the thumb, like you're trying to move the inner part of the hand to the sky faster than the outer. Exhale and release. Walk your right arm to your side. Stretch your left arm out. Inhale. Grow longer. Bend your left elbow like you're hooking the shoulder blade on the spine. Reach, grow longer. And then round forward. We were here earlier. Slowly bring yourself back to center. Inhale, forward fold. Exhale, go down deeper. 2 breaths. Keep energy in the pelvis. Keep energy in the belly. Walk your hands back up. Second side, if you need to kind of roll the shoulders a few times, do so. Remember, self-study, svadhyaya, listen to yourself more than you ever listen to a teacher. Honestly, listen to your body, reach your arms up, deep breath. Because you know your body, right? Even if you're having a private session one-on-one, you've got to communicate. You know your body more than anyone else does. One more breath. Second side, your left fingertips come down, reach your right arm up and over, stretch. And then bend the elbow, hook the shoulder blade on the spine, stretch deeper. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, bend, exhale, stretch deeper, and then round forward. Use the belly muscles, keep them strong. Walk yourself forward, forward, forward. Last forward fold, inhale. Exhale and fold. Breathe into the low back, breathe into the kidneys. Slowly walk your hands back up. All right. Swing your legs behind you. You're going to come into a seated twist, Bharadvajasana. And just both legs are going to go to your left. Nothing fancy. Don't worry about which leg is over. Technically, we're going to take the top foot, cross it to the inside of the bottom, like so. But honestly, for our purposes today, not a big deal. Twist away from the legs and thighs. Okay? You'll know if you twist too far because it means you're not engaging your belly and your back will kind of kink and your pelvis will move back behind you. Draw the navel to the spine. Feel this sensation of using your transverse abdominals. There's almost a hollowing of the belly and then twist. So the goal is not to twist so deep that I kink my back. The goal is to twist with length and integrity. One more breath. Release. You're just going to swivel. Okay? Swivel to the other side, opposite side. Switch your legs around, thighs around. Twist. One side might be dramatically easier than the other. Hollow the belly and twist. Take a deep breath. So I'm using my hand on my front knee to push it back a little for a little more leverage. Okay, you don't have to do that, but it certainly helps getting deeper into the pose. One more breath, and then release. Okay, come on to hands and knees. Pad your knees if you wish. Cat and cow, 5 rounds. Most of us know this. As you inhale, hands, shoulders distance apart, knees under the hips. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, really use your hands, feet, shins, lift the belly, stretch, drop the head down. Inhale, open, grow longer. Okay. As you exhale, push and round and really lift the belly, drop the tailbone. If you're pregnant, you're not lifting the belly so much, but you're lifting pubic bone and dropping tailbone. Okay. About 2 more rounds. Inhale, open. Exhale, round, lift the spine. On this next one, we go to down dog. Inhale, open. If your shoulders are tight, grab a hold of the edges of your mat, tuck your toes under. Downward facing dog. And let's everyone take our feet to the edges of our mat, so a little wider than normal. Stretch. Pull on the mat. Pull, pull, pull. Lift your quads. Lift the muscles on the front of the thighs. And then hug all the muscles in, right? Hug the hamstrings, inner and outer thighs, everything like it's hugging the bones. Grow taller, grow taller. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Bend your knees slightly, forward fold. You can take your feet a little closer together. Relax the head, maybe grab a hold of the forearms. Take a deep breath. Exhale completely. One more breath in the forward fold. And then walk yourself back in downward facing dog. This time, if you don't want to grab a hold of the mat, traditional arm position, hands, shoulders distance apart. I like to turn mine out slightly to help my shoulders, which are sometimes not happy when the fingers are straight ahead. Feet traditionally are hip distance apart, but modify that if you need to and take them wider. Bend your knees if you need to. And take another deep breath. Exhale completely. And then step your right foot forward. So if it's hard to do this from a down dog, you can come to hands and knees pose and step it forward. Otherwise, from down dog, lift through the center, step it forward, and draw your left knee down. Walk your right foot forward for the first lunge. Fingertips on either side of the right foot is fine. You could also bring fingertips to the inside if you want to get right into that right hip and walk your right foot wider. I'm going to keep my back toes tucked under for this first one. And that gives me more energy in the leg. And I'm going to pretend you're going to isometrically drag the right heel back, drag the left knee forward. So legs are like scissoring in towards each other. You want energy moving through the low body so you're not just holding yourself tension, right, in the neck and shoulders. Take another deep breath. And then tuck those back toes under if they were untucked. Stretch your back leg straight. Spin your back heel down. You're not going to come up to warrior one, but your legs are going to be in warrior one stance. Hug your right hip back. Okay, so don't let it swing out towards the side. Hands to the inside. Okay. If this is pretty simple for you, your hips are pretty open, take your hands for a walk. Walk them forward. Really walk them forward. So you're doing down dog in the upper body, and you're doing warrior one in the legs. And then you're just going to step back to downward facing dog. Lift your left heel, no vinyasa, step back, down dog. One breath. Exhale completely. And then switch sides. So option, bring your knees down, step your left foot forward. Option from down dog, draw your knee to your chest, step your left foot forward. We all end up in the same spot. Lunge. Left foot forward, right knee down. So now you know where we're headed, right? Toes are tucked under on the back leg. If you want to get that kind of extra help, gather energy. All right. Option, hands can come straight to the inside. For me on this side, I'm actually going to keep hands to either side for now. Draw your legs in towards each other. Isometrically squeeze them in. So the left heel presses down, tries to drag back. My weight is not on my right knee. It's just above the right knee where the femur, the thigh bone meets with the knee. And I'm isometrically dragging it forward. As I scissor them in, my inner thighs, my outer hips, most of the muscles in my legs fire, grow taller. And take another deep breath. And then hands to the inside. Straighten your back leg. Spin the heel down. So warrior one in the legs. You can make your left foot a little wider. Pause here. Or with this, you want to take that second option, walk your hands forward like you're doing down dog. So the goal if you walk your hands forward is not to collapse energy in the shoulders. I'm stretching like I would in down dog. Back inner thigh lifts. The back heel is down. Fingertips are reaching forward, but the head is relaxed. Take one breath. Walk your hands back, downward facing dog. From down dog, take a deep full breath. Exhale completely. Forward fold. Walk your hands to the back of your mat. Forward fold. This time, bend your knees. Interlace your fingers behind you. Stretch the arms up and back. So don't think up and over. Think up and then back. Up and then back. And as you go up and back further away, the arms will come up and over on their own. Okay, so I'm thinking up to the sky, back behind me. Up to the sky, back behind me. Take one more breath. Exhale and release. Walk your hands back. Lots of down dogs today. Take your feet wide again. We're going to twist. Take your right hand, reach it underneath you over towards your outer left shin. If you, I'll give a modification if you're pregnant and this is too much. Right hand to left shin, bend your right elbow and pull the chest through. Okay. If you're pregnant, you're going to do thread the needle. Bend your knees and you're going to reach your right arm through this way towards your left. Okay. Anyone can do thread the needle if they want. But certainly if you're pregnant, the down dog twist may not feel so good. Release, second side. Back to down dog. Take your left arm, reach it through the body. Take it to the outer right shin. Slide it down as far as you wish. Inhale, exhale, bend your left elbow and twist through. Okay, if you're pregnant, you're doing thread the needle on the second side. Deep breath. Right arm is strong in down dog. My legs are strong. My head is relaxed. I'm not pulling with my neck or jaw. In fact, unhinge the jaw again. Relax tension. Bring your left arm back to downward facing dog. Take your feet towards each other. Step your right foot forward. Left heel is flat. Use your right hand on your right thigh if you wish. Inhale, come on up, warrior one. Reach your arms up. Reach the arms up tall. Stretch. Take your hands behind you, shoulders and hips today. Deep breath. And humble warrior, fold. Chest to thigh or shoulder to the inside. Hug that outer right hip back and in. Don't let it wing out to the side. Take another deep breath here. Just switch sides. Take your hands down, step your right foot back. On your next breath, step your left foot forward. Use your hand if you wish, left hand on thigh to ground that thigh down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, take your hands behind you. Inhale, open the chest. Either chest to thigh, right? Or shoulder to the inside. Either way, I'm thinking that my left leg is growing longer. So I keep imagining from my left knee to my left hip, I'm actually stretching. And my right inner thigh lifts. So even if the head comes down, the legs are super active, super active. and release. Okay, first vinyasa option, step back plank pose, pause. Feet are a few inches apart, up to hip distance apart. Lift the belly muscle slightly. If you're pregnant, come down to a half plank. Reach the chest, sternum forward. Take 2 more breaths, grow taller, taller, taller. And then roll over to your left hand, outer edge of left foot. I'm gonna stack my feet one in front of the other for the first one. So not one on top, one in front. And then reach your right arm up, open up towards the, to the right, and reach up and over, like a slow wave reach. Okay, you can option, bring the left knee down, modify. Reach the right arm back, up, up and over. Your left arm is strong, right? Whether the knee is down or leg is straight. One more time, up, back and over, and then we're just gonna roll to the other side. So as the right arm comes down, come back to plank, and roll to the right. Reach the left arm back. Okay, so I'll turn to face you. And as the left arm reaches back, it comes up and over. Again, modification, right knee down. Same action in the arms. Inhale, reach the left arm up, reach it all the way back and over. And one more, inhale, reach it back, up and over, back to your plank pose. All right, everyone bring your knees down, take a child's pose, take a little break before we move into the actual vinyasa. Open your knees wide, stretch it out, okay? Stretch it out. Fingers long, pelvis back, forehead down. To stay in child's pose, I'm going to talk you through a little challenge. So remember that alternate nostril breath you did in the beginning. My challenge to you today is attempt to duplicate it without using your hands. Okay, what do I mean by that? Try to breathe in through the right side mostly, and then try to exhale mostly through the left. And then try to inhale mostly through the left, and exhale mostly through the right. And no, it's not going to happen probably, or if it happens, it'll happen a tiny bit. But it's a fun thing to try. It's a fun thing to notice that sometimes you can control parts of your breath in your body that you didn't think you could. And this to me goes back to self-study, getting to know yourself. Where can I actually control things that I didn't think were possible? All right, from child's pose, release that breath pattern. And you're gonna come into either a plank or a full plank. I'm gonna move my blanket because we're gonna lower down. If you are watching this and you're pregnant, you can come back to child's pose. You don't have to take this vinyasa. Okay? Otherwise, half plank, knees down. Notice I'm in a plank pose though. I'm not in a hands and knees pose. Or full plank, legs straight. Lift the belly. Lengthen your tailbone back and down towards your heels. Shift forward. Let's bring the knees down on the first chaturanga and pause. Bend the elbow slowly lower with control all the way down. Okay, we're going to take 3 rounds of cobra. First one is cobra on the fingertips. So fingertips go wide. If I face the camera, my fingertips are way out from my shoulders, right? I almost look like, to me, like 2 crab legs. Both of the feet press flat, kneecaps are lifted. And then inhale, I'm not thinking I go up. I'm thinking I stretch forward. I stretch forward, not I go upright. I stretch forward as I inhale, and then I stretch forward even more out from the legs as I exhale. Okay, so try that. Fingertip cobra. Inhale, stretch longer, stretch forward. Exhale, stretch even more forward as you exhale. Walk the hands back an inch or 2 if that was easy. Fingertip cobra, maybe closer to the body, but still on those tented fingers. Inhale, stretch forward and up. So you're activating the posterior chain, and exhale, lower. Okay, repeat if that felt great. Otherwise, go to regular cobra, not up dog yet. Palms are closer to the shoulders, but stretch forward, right? Use your arms. Use the upper body strength. You're not just dipping into the back. You're pulling the hands back, reaching the chest forward, and then stretching the chest forward even more as you lower. Child's pose to down dog, okay? We're going to be here for about 8 breaths total. You can stay in child's pose for 7 breaths and go to down dog, or mix it up however you wish. But breathe deep. Every time your mind wanders today and starts to get judgy or bored, imagine that breath and see if you can practice that breath, right? See if you can practice actually breathing in through one nostril, exhaling through the other, and just noticing how your body reacts. What happens? That's the fun part about yoga, self-study and having fun at the same time. Make your way back towards downward facing dog. Reach through the arms, stretch through the legs, relax the head, neck, and jaw. Take a deep breath here. Bend your knees, step or hop your feet to the front of your mat, forward fold. Okay, inhale, arch up, half forward fold. Exhale and fold. Inhale, roll all the way up to standing. We're gonna bring the arms through the front today, through the center. Palms together, exhale, hands come back at the heart. Let me adjust this just a little bit so you guys can see more of my head on this next round. Okay, all right, from the front. Inhale, reach the arms up through the center. Exhale, you're gonna bend your knees in a chair pose and sweep the arms back, like you're pushing something up and away from your low back. So you're activating, again, the posterior chain. Inhale, stretch forward and up, come to standing. Exhale, chair pose, fierce pose. Arms go forward and back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, arms come down the side and back. Pause. Take your hands down. Step your left foot back. Vera 1. Inhale, rise. Exhale, open the arms wide. Okay, one more arm circle. Inhale, reach forward. Remember you did this down dog, some of you, right? Same action. Reach, gather strength, gather length. Inhale, exhale, and open. And one more. Inhale, I lied. We'll do 3. Inhale, exhale, and open. Interlace your fingers, open the chest. Exhale, and fold. Chest to thigh or shoulder to the inside. Relax the head, take a deep breath. And then take your fingertips down. Step your right foot back, plank. Roll to the left foot. Option to stack your feet this time or one foot in front of the other. Option also left knee, left shin down. Vashisthasana, side plank pose. Inhale, reach the right arm up. One arm circle, arm comes up and over. Pause, come back to plank. Okay, second option for vinyasa. These are options if you haven't practiced them for a while, then you can create your own. Knees down, chest down, chin down, like an inchworm, and then slide your legs back. This is great if you've got shoulder issues. On the second option, I recommend doing a Sphinx pose first. Exhale completely. And then going to your cobra, whether you go cobra on the fingertips. Remember, stretch forward as you lengthen up and down, or cobra palms flat. Either way, 3 rounds of back bends. Really get that back body working. Exhale and lower. Inhale, hands and knees pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe, start to have fun. Activate the intelligence in your feet. Notice which foot is working harder than the other. Make them both equal. Find equilibrium. Take a breath. Bend your knees, step, or hop to the front of your mat. Roll all the way up to standing. Inhale, reach the arms to the center today. Palms come together. Exhale, hands to the heart. All right, second side. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, Utkatasana, arms flow through the center and back behind you. Push, activate the back body. Inhale, come all the way up. Use your belly muscle stretch. Exhale and press up and back. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, press up and back. And then relax your fingers down. Step your right foot back. Inhale, warrior 1. Reach your arms up. Exhale, open the arms wide. Lean forward. Remember that feeling, right? When the fingertips down the ground. Reach, reach, reach. And super active in the body. Exhale and open. Everything should be working. One more breath. Inhale, arm circles. Exhale, take your hands back. Interlace your fingers. Inhale. Exhale and fold. Chest to thigh or shoulder to the inside. Relax the head, neck, and jaw. Deep breath in. Exhale all the breath out. And another deep breath in. And all the breath out. Release, take your hands down. Step your left foot back, plank. Option, side plank, any variation. Arm straight or knee down. Reach your left arm up, reach it up and over. Come back to plank pose, inhale. Knees, chest, chin again. And slide forward. Come into Sphinx pose, forearms down. Take a gentle breath. Exhale completely. And this time, take a little break. Bring your palms, stack them on each other. Bring your forehead down. Wiggle, waggle, either your hips back and forth or bend your knees and move your lower body back and forth a few times. Breathe into the entire back of your body. Make sure you can feel the breath move through the low back, through the side ribs. Imagine you can almost breathe into your bum and your legs. Exhale completely. And then take your hands behind you. Relax your chin down so you're looking down towards the mat, nose is down, and reach the arms up and back. Tops of the feet stay on the ground for now. Bring energy into the pubic bone and the frontal hip bones. Okay, so this keeps your back long. Take one more breath. And then hover your hands by your sides. Cobra. Slowly come forward and up. Grow longer. Exhale, stretch forward and back down. Tuck your toes under, downward facing dog. 5 deep breaths in down dog. Activate your inner intelligence of your breath. Notice where the breath needs to move more. Notice where it needs to move deeper. And allow your body to receive the breath in all those places. From here, step your left foot forward. This time spin your back heel flat as if you're coming to warrior two. Heel to arch. You might need a block. Hand on the block or left fingertips can go straight to the inside of left ankle and reach your arm to the sky. Legs are strong. My right inner thigh is lifting. I'm pressing through my left heel. And then reach that right arm up and over. You might not come all the way to shoulder. You might find that an angle gives you a deeper stretch today. Think of lifting your right frontal hip bone, right? So really lift that right frontal hip bone and lengthen your tailbone back towards your right heel. We'll take a deep breath here. Release, switch sides. Step your left foot back. Second side, step your right foot forward. Spin your back heel down, so I'll turn so you can see the front here. Either fingertips to the inside or on a block, reach your left arm to the sky. Legs are in warrior two position. Activate that left inner thigh, lift it. Lift the left frontal hip bone like it's chasing the sternum. Reach the tailbone back and then reach that arm up and over. Find where you need the stretch on this side. Arm parallel to shoulder or slightly up. And release. Turn your feet to parallel so you're in a wide straddle. Inhale, gaze forward. Stretch your sternum forward. Lift your belly. Lift the belly more. Lift the frontal hip bones more. Exhale and fold. Relax the head, neck, and jaw. Keep pressing down with your legs. Don't let your legs get relaxed. They're pressing down so much that it'll help you lift the belly. It'll help you stay strong in the core and not strain your low back. And then take your hands to your ankles. Inhale, stretch, Ardha. Exhale and fold. Relax the head, move it left and right like you're saying no. Up and down like you're saying yes. Heel toe your feet towards each other. Bend your knees, roll, roll, roll your way up to standing. All right. Okay, back to the front of your mat. Reach your arms up, bend your knees, Utkatasana, chair pose. So we did this quite a few times today with the arms reaching back. Try that again. Notice how it activates all the muscles on the back of the body. Keep the arms reaching back for a moment. Shift the weight to the right leg and just step the left toes back so you're on the left toes. Okay, so we're coming to a warrior three prep. Weights on the right leg. My left toes are just there for balance. And from here, we're going to play with it. Lean forward. Straighten the right leg a little bit more by lifting the quadriceps. Maybe lift the left leg up and play. Okay, so you might just play, lowering it up and down. And at some point, you'll find your balance. With the arms reaching back, you activate the back of the body. If you want to take your arms forward, immediately more of the core activates and it puts a little more energy and pressure for some of you into your shoulders. So option hands to hips, option arms back, or if you want, option arms forward. One more breath. Then bend the right knee, step back to warrior one. Inhale, find your warrior one, long and tall. Exhale, reach the arms back again. Lean forward and stretch your right leg straight. Lengthen again that right hip. So I'm going to look down at your feet. If your feet feel like they're on a tightrope and your right heel is close to your left, you might need to walk your right foot over to the right, bend the knee, or step your left foot over to left. Widen your stance. Okay, and then come back to your pyramid pose. Again, stretch the arms back. We're working on posterior chain today. Activate the back body. Then, if you wish, stretch the arms forward. You will feel your right glute activate. And then it's up to you. Hands on your shin. You have a block or a prop, hands on the block. Some of you, hands to ankle or the floor. Either way, keep the right glute working, keep that posterior chain active, and then slowly forward, down, and fold. Relax the head, move it left and right a few times. Inhale, up and down a few times. And take one more breath, maybe go deeper. Bend your right knee. That right glute's still working. Step back up, low chair. From low chair, you're gonna take your hands together, bring the palms together, press, twist left elbow across to right knee. Push down with the palms. If you're pregnant, you're gonna twist to the inside. Okay, so you're gonna take a block and bring left elbow to the inside of the left knee, arm up to the sky. Otherwise, you twist across the body, push and press. And then exhale, unwind, release. Lower down, bend your knees, roll up to standing. All right, second side. Inhale, reach your arms up, classic Utkatasana. Exhale, bend the knees, chair pose. Also known as fierce pose. Reach the arms back, activate that posterior chain. As you activate the posterior chain, shift your weight to the left leg. Take it slow, take your right foot back, bring the toes down. Start to play with balance, right? Start to hinge and lower that right foot so you're not relying on that right foot. You might keep your left knee bent, right? I'm practicing on carpet. My left knee is not as strong as my right. I might keep a slight bend in my left knee to protect my body. But you can play with legs straight. You can play with arms forward. That left glute should be working. If it's not working, rebend the left knee. Put your hand back to just underneath your bum, just underneath the glute muscle. Make sure you're activating there, reach, and then bend your left knee more, step back to warrior one. Take a deep breath, inhale. Grow taller. Exhale, reach the arms back, pause, and slowly stretch that left leg straight. And then adjust. Usually you want to walk your back foot in a little bit, just a little bit shorter than a warrior one. Activate that left glute again, stretch, arms back, posterior chain active. And then hands can come down, right, to your prop, to your shin, or ankle and hand to the floor. Inhale, keep that left glute working, keep that posterior chain active, exhale and fold. I like to take my left hand, bring it to the back of the calf muscle here. It helps me from hyperextending. So if you tend to hyperextend, give a little resistance in the calf. Push the back of the calf forward a little, and that'll help keep you from hyperextending the knee. Take one more breath. Bend your left knee. Step back up to chair pose. Bring your palms together. Twist to the opposite side. Okay, if you're pregnant, you're taking your right hand to the inside of the right foot, left arm to the sky. Otherwise, you're taking your right hand to the outside of your left knee, and you're twisting like so. Deep breath. Push palms, open chest, and then release down, forward fold. This time stay in a forward fold. Maybe take your feet a little bit wider. Half forward fold, inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, stretch. Exhale, fold deeper. Take both hands if you can to the back of your calf muscles or down to the back of your ankles. If you've got hands to ankles, maybe some of you can bring your forearms down the back of your legs. That's if your hamstrings are really open, okay? Otherwise, you're gonna be somewhere here. Inhale, exhale, and fold. If you're pregnant, give yourself more space and do not take forearms to the back of the calves and just fold with the elbows wide. Exhale completely, bend your knees, roll, 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 roll up to standing. All right, playing with warrior two variations. Open the legs wide. We're in all over body flow today, but focusing on that posterior chain. Legs wide, arms wide. Turn your, so I'll mirror image, turn your right foot forward. Bend your right knee, warrior two. Okay, notice if you're pushing your back foot down and trying to push it away from you, do the opposite, drag it in. As if you're trying to squeeze the mat. I want your inner thighs working, and there's an energy that comes from the inner thighs to the inner pelvis up into the heart, and then move that energy through the fingertips. Turn your palms open today. Take your gaze over your right arm, but keep your left arm reaching back. Okay, so left arm is pulling energy back. I'm not taking my whole chest and leaning forward. And just breathe. Notice your breath. Notice your legs. Can you keep pressing down with that right foot? Can you pull that right thigh bone way back? Can you lift your back inner thigh? And then option, forearm on thigh, reach the back arm up and over. Or use a prop, hand to the inside. Or fingertips down to the ground. We were here once, right? Towards the beginning. Reach your back arm up and over. Reach, reach, reach. And take a deep breath. And grow longer. Inhale, push down, come back up. We'll come back here. Second side, turn your feet in. Drop your arms for a moment. Mirror imaging you, turn your left foot out. Bend your left knee, Vera 2. Open the arms. Notice again what you're doing in the back leg. If you're trying to push it away from you, that's not the best use of your muscles and actions in this pose. Try and drag it in. Try and drag it in so you feel this lift. So you're not collapsing in the joints, you're actually lifting up. It'll give you more space actually to go longer if you want. Breathe. Both palms open. Take a deep breath. Exhale completely. And then option again, forearm on thigh. Hand to a prop or fingertips to the inside. Reach, reach, reach. Grow longer. Inhale. Windmill, come back up. Turn your feet to parallel. Lower your arms for a moment. Okay, we're going to practice playing with binds. So back to the first side. Bend your right knee. You're back in warrior 2. If you know you don't want to bind, I'm going to give you the option first. So option if you don't want to bind is your right forearm's going to come down. Your left arm's going to come behind you. You're going to internally rotate and bend the elbow and take it on your back. So from the back, it would look like this, okay? If you're not binding, but you want to practice getting there, internally rotate left arm somewhere on my back. It could even come down to my hip. Okay. Option 2, if you have your hand on a block, same thing. You're lower, your left arm behind you, and you take it to your low back or maybe to the inside of the thigh. Option 3, if you know this pose, you're going to reach the right arm under, grab your left arm, and bind. Shoulders and hips. Wherever you are, right? Whether you're here or forearm on thigh, you're going to let the chest lean back a little. You don't want to round forward. This is especially hard if you're in a bind. You really have to work that left upper shoulder back. Even work the head back. Like you're leaning your head into someone that you trust, right? Someone that's going to take care of you. Someone that you know can keep you safe. That person is you, by the way. One more breath. All right, if you're in a bind, you're going to come into a variation of triangle pose in a bind. Most of us will not keep the bind. That's just a challenge for a few of you. Most of us will keep your back arm behind your back, and your right hand is going to come down to the floor or to a block. And take a deep breath. Again, lean the upper chest back. And then come back into warrior 2. Okay, so use warrior 2 as your transition point. Release your back arm. Slowly press Kamali up. Good work, you guys. Turn your right foot straight. Take a forward fold just to stretch out the body before we go to the second side. Hands to hips. Lift the hips. Lift. Lift the pelvis. Push down with the legs. Your legs are working as you fold forward. Then hands can come down to the ground or to your ankles. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale and fold. Relax your head from left to right, maybe up and down. Option, walk your hands to your left foot, one hand or both. And just take your head towards your left thigh, left knee. Activate your right inner thigh so it kind of reaches away from where you're going with your body. And then stay low, walk your hands, option if you did that, towards your right foot, one hand or both. As you take your chest towards your thigh, activate your left inner thigh. That's to keep your hips from swiveling too much, okay? A little torque for most of us is gonna happen, but a huge torque is not, you're not gonna get the same stretch. It's not as beneficial. And release. Let's come up through a horse stance, so heels and toes out. Bring your hands to your ankles. Take your elbows, forearms slightly to just above the inner knees, not the knee itself. So not hands to ankles, hands to calf muscles, mid-calf. Elbows to forearms, knees, stretch your chest forward. If you're not feeling anything, walk your feet wider. But don't let your bum come down low. This is not a squat, okay? Push your knees, thighs, calves, everything back behind you. Reach your chest forward, so you're creating space. All right. Come back up to standing. You can heel toe your feet together. Roll up. Second side, take your feet wide. So now we're going to do that whole bind series on the second side. Turn your left foot forward. Bend your left knee. Remember, the legs draw in. Energy rises up. Open the arms out to the side. Okay, so I'll talk you through all of them. Okay, first option, everyone can do this, I'm sure. Forearm on thigh, top arm up and over. Then to play with the bind, that top arm internally rotate and you bring it behind your back. Lean everything back. Lengthen your tailbone towards your back heel. Second option, hand on block. Maybe that back arm slides in towards the inner thigh. Most of us are probably going to be here. Yep. Third option, if you want to play with it, is a bind. Okay? But you have to lean the chest back. You have to be super strong in both legs. Open collarbones more. One more breath. If you're in a bind, play with straightening the leg into triangle pose with the bind, and then release that. Release your left arm. Take it to a block or the floor. Keep your right arm behind you if you can in triangle pose. Open the chest, deep breath. Keep sending your tailbone towards your back heel, lifting the muscles in your front leg and that left thigh. One more breath and release. Once again, come back down through the center. Turn your feet to parallel. Inhale on the fingertips, Ardha. Lengthen from your pubic bone to your sternum. And on the back body, lengthen from your shoulder blades, bottom tips, out through your pelvis. Think about tailbone long and slightly down. Then forward fold. Option, grab a hold of the ankles, pull yourself in deeper, or bring your forearms, elbows down towards the ground. Breathe into the low back, breathe into the sacrum. Take one more breath. Exhale completely. Okay, we're going to come down into a squat this time. So bring your heels, heel toe in. Use your hands to support you if you wish. Come down into a squat and then let the palms come together. Chest is tall. Deepen your breath. Exhale completely. Breathe into the back body. Let your breath start to come back to just a long, easy, even pace. And then take your hands to just outside your hips, lower down. Draw the soles of your feet together into Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. Inhale, lift the sternum, lift the upper body. Exhale and fold. Relax your head. Relax your neck. Option with your arms, okay? Don't push the knees down, but if you want to use the elbows, forearms, and push a little bit down in the calf muscle, you may. You could also, some of you may be able to walk your elbows, forearms in front of your calf muscle to the tibia, the shin, and push the shins back and stretch your chest forward. It'll feel very similar to that horse stance hip opener we did in between right and left sides of Warrior Two. Either way, you're breathing deeply, exhaling completely, and slowly roll back up. Okay, twist here. I'm going to mirror image you. Because my left knee is limited in mobility compared to my right, I'm going to lift my seat up. So see how my left side is higher. So for the twist, your right knee, I'm going to mirror image, is going to come down. Your left knee is going to come up and over. Left foot, excuse me, going to come up and over the right. Then interlace your fingers and sit tall. So gain length first. Okay. You might stay here. Okay. If you're pregnant first trimester, that's still going to be fine. Second and third trimester, you're going to want to kind of this version for the twist. Okay. Otherwise, if you're not pregnant, wrap your opposite arm. So your right arm around your left knee. Take your left fingertips behind you. Grow taller, lift the belly, drop the tailbone. You could even use your hand on the belly to pull the belly away from the thigh and towards the back of the body. Breathe. Stay here for another 2 breaths, or reach your right arm up and then bend the elbow and bring it to the outside of that left knee thigh and twist deeper. But everything's working, right? You're slightly pressing down with your left foot. You're using the outer right shin to ground into the ground. And then you're using the belly muscles to lift. Take one more breath and release. Turn your head to the front and release. Switch sides. So now your left knee comes down to the inside. Your right foot crosses up and over. Interlace the fingers, go tall. Find your length. And take a deep breath. Again, pregnant moms, if you're doing this, especially second, third trimester, you're definitely going to do elbow to the inside. Otherwise, wrap left arm around the right knee and twist. As you twist, grow taller. Option, take your hands to your belly and move the belly away from the thigh, almost like you're just tucking it and pulling it back. Breathe. Use your legs. Use your right heel to press down a little. Ground the right sit bone down. Press down with the left shin. Either stay here or reach your left arm up to the sky, grow taller. Excuse me, bend the elbow and bring the elbow form in front of the right knee and twist. Breathe deep. Do not sacrifice the breath for a pose. If you can't breathe here, go back to this option. Okay. One more breath and then release the head, neck to the front. All right. All right, we're going to go into a plow pose. If you're pregnant, I want you to go into a bridge. We're going to do bridge to plow, so you're just going to stay with bridge and then Baddha Konasana. Okay. Everyone, feet hip distance apart. Activate that posterior chain. In this pose, you're going to press down with your heels and drag your heels back towards the body without moving them. Okay. So head is relaxed. One bridge. Elbows are going to come into what I call robot arms, right? I am a robot. Open across the collarbones. Let your shoulder blades come underneath you. Sometimes it helps to stretch the arms up and over and kind of tuck the shoulder blades under the body and then rebend the elbows. And then slowly curl your tailbone up. Use the energy in the lowest part of the pelvis slowly to roll the spine up. As you come up, then option, keep robot arms, or you can bring your palms flat. You can certainly interlace your fingers if you wish. We did this a lot today, so your body might like it or might need a break. I'm going to grab a hold of the edges of my mat. Push your heels down, and now try and drag your feet back towards the body, but don't move your legs. So you're activating, again, this whole posterior chain. And I'm using my glutes, but I'm not squeezing them in towards each other. I'm focusing on the lowest part of the glute. This large part of the glute here, it's almost like it's wrapping under and reaching towards the back of my knees. So I'm focused more on hamstrings, okay? You can even touch. If your hamstrings aren't working, push your feet down, drag them back even more. One more breath, grow taller, exhale and release. Okay, you can repeat that again. If you don't want to go to plow, you can take a break in Baddha Konasana. Let's everyone take just a breath or two in Baddha Konasana. Exhale completely. And then option, repeat bridge, or you can go to plow pose. So for plow pose, your thighs come into your chest. You're going to swing your legs up and over. Don't move your head. Keep your gaze at the ceiling. And then take your feet wide. Roll to your right side. Draw your left shoulder blade under. Switch. Roll to your left side. Draw your right shoulder blade under. Then take your hands to your kidneys, low back, and breathe. Breathe into your hands. Attempt to really feel the breath in that very lowest part of the back. Deep breath in. Exhale all the breath out. If you feel pressure on the neck, you're going to come out of the pose, okay? And you can come into Viparita, which is this version.
Hands to the low back, legs are kind of hovering above the floor, and I'm supporting near my sacrum and my glutes. Take one more breath if you're in plow. And then everyone bend your knees, relax your hands from your body, slowly roll on out. Use your belly muscles to soften, soften, soften as you roll. Draw your knees into your chest, easy twist, open the arms, knees drop to one side, stretch through the opposite arm, take a deep breath. Exhale completely. Switch, bring your knees to center, stretch to the other side, take a deep breath. Exhale completely. Inhale, come back to center, draw your knees to your chest, curl in tight, tight, tight. And release. Shavasana, final resting pose. Relax your body. If you need to stretch your arms and give yourself one more stretch, do that. And then take a moment and really practice relaxing. I'm going to sit up so I can talk you through this, but you ideally stay seated. On your back while I stay seated. Let your legs get heavy. Let your feet get heavy. Relax your toes and your ankles. Allow the bones in your legs to start to feel like they're almost melting into the mat, into the earth, metaphorically. You're giving away that feeling of having to hold on and to be in control. Okay, so let it go. Let the earth support you. Let the mat support you. In the belly, it's becoming soft. Okay, you're not focusing on anything but just softening, softening, softening. Imagine all the organs relaxing, the belly muscles softening, almost like a hammock. The belly softens towards the back of the spine. Allow your chest to feel light. Allow there to be a feeling of support, as if the shoulder blades are supporting the heart, almost as if they're cupping the heart. They're slightly lifting it up. And then from the arms, relax the right arm from the right shoulder down to the right elbow. Let the right forearm become heavy. Let the right fingertips and wrist become light. And the left arm from the left shoulder down to the left elbow. Let it become heavy. Let the left forearm become heavy. Let the left wrist and fingertips become light. Relax your jaw. Part the lips slightly so you're not holding tension unconsciously. Imagine relaxing the skin on the bridge of the nose. Imagine letting your eyes sink towards the back of your skull. They're so relaxed. And imagine letting even the skin and the hair follicles on the back of the skull relax and soften. Very gently at first. Just notice your breath. And without changing anything in your body, allow your breath to become your focal point so much that you can feel the chest, the ribs, the belly move with the inhale and soften with the exhale. And notice how much energy, notice how much power just the breath contains alone. And then start to move that energy into the limbs, into the fingers, into the toes.
As your body wishes, it'll take a little stretch and reach, maybe up and over. And when you're ready, stretch the arms, stretch the legs, and roll over softly to your side. And then come back into a comfortable seated position. And let your palms come together as you seal your practice and your time. Let's take a gentle breath. Drawing strength, awareness, and light. Exhale, releasing everything else, worry, stress that stands in the way. Namaste. Thank you for playing with me today. It's good to see you guys.